Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be showcasing another update of Zettel Notes, that is 2.1.4, and it is loaded with many features. So let's get started. The first feature is I've added multi-selection. To activate multi-selection, you will have to just long press a note here and it will show a new toolbar. Now with the buttons, first rename, then cut, move node to repository, copy notes, or you can toggle bookmark, or you can also delete the note. Now one thing I want to highlight is that rename works for only one node. If I select another node, then the rename button just disappears. Now let's just long press and click on delete button. It will just ask want to delete the node or not. And then let's just select and toggle bookmark. Now it just bookmarks the node. Right? And the other options, they are self-explanatory. Okay, I'll showcase the next option, that is new uncheck all tasks editor button. Okay, so what this button does, when you click on this button, then all the tasks in a note, they will be toggled on and off. Let me show you. We just create a new task 1, task 2, task 3, and here's this new button. Okay, so if I long press on this button, if I just click on this button, then all the tasks, they are checked, all the tasks, they are unchecked. Now the next update, that is new YAML ID property. Now what happened by default is that this ID in front of file name, it was used to set the ID of the node. Now what as a user you can do is you can just change this ID by just adding this ID property, and you can set it to anything, but it has to be a number and it has to be at least 6 digits. Okay, fine. Let's just go back, and this would just change the node's ID. You can see that the node ID being passed as a date. Okay. Now the next update, that is new Zettel link format. Now earlier what happened, if you clicked on share and shared the note as Zettel link, then it was saved as something along the lines of this app folder / the note name. Right now what I've added is I've added a new option. Now you can change it in Zettel link format and then select note ID. Right now just repeat the process. Just click on share as Zettel link. Now this new Zettel link format will include the note ID. It's formatted as repository and the node ID. Now if I click on this node, then another node opens. If I click on this link, then also another node opens. Now the benefit of this is you can just move this another node in any part of the repository and it will just open the node. Now the next option, use default remote origin branch for GIT synchronization if not set by user. Okay, so if I go to repository, then earlier what happened is when user clicked on setup GIT, then he has to set this checkout branch. But now after this new update, if user sets all the details and clicks on this OK button, then this checkout branch will be filled by default, and this branch will be the origin branch of the remote server. The next button I've added is show all branches in BCS screen, which has been now renamed to list comments. Right, so what this means is that this little button here, it shows all the branches that are present in the repository. This origin / version 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and these are all remote branches, and this version 3 and this master, these are local branches. When you click on this button, it shows all the commits, and when you click on the commit, you can see the def file. Next is use system and user imported certificate authorities in GIT synchronization. Okay, so earlier what happened is if you used self-signed certificates for SSL synchronization and in GIT, then what happened, it just terminated the connection. Now what happens if you have imported the private certificate authority in your Android device, then GIT will use that to use that for the connection. The next option I've added is this save cursor position in editor. Now let's just go back to our app folder and click on this introduction. Now what you will notice is that the cursor starts from the same position that we left it. Now this is a wonderful option, right? You don't have to remember the last place you started editing the note. Now the next option is save filters with saved searches. What this means is now these are the place in Zettel Notes which has all the saved searches. Now click on edit. If you click on any query, then you see these new checkboxes have been added. Now this first, it allows you to sort the query, and the next button it says that it is in descending or ascending order. And let's just say that I want to see all the notes which are according to we say title and in ascending order, and just click on save. And what happens if I just click on all notes, and this is shown according to the title in ascending order. Now next is just two bug fixes and two major ones. Now this GIT synchronization merging branches bug, what this did, if the user has created any report repository, and okay, so guess there are two remote repositories, main and version 1, and now user set the GIT synchronization in Zettel Notes as checkout branch is set as version 1, then version 1 was being merged with the main branch. Now this has been fixed in this version. And next there is the fix crash while opening external files. Now this bug is self-explanatory. Okay, so alright guys, thanks for watching.